Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I talked about cleaning up any of that residue that you left behind yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. If you're down and out and angry and depressed, you're the only one that made the mess. You're the only one that could clean it up. Yesterday is gone and we are not promised tomorrow. Okay, let's go over that wonderful list of all the things that control us throughout the day. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere, then you have nothing but excuses. Gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, never having enough, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually abusing one another. Or you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about attention and your intention and the purpose of knowing the difference, okay? What you put your attention on all day long, that is what you're going to get more of. So if your attention is on a lot of negative stuff, negative news, talking about negative people, being negative, that's what you are going to get more of all day long. If you put your attention on your focus on your day, of how you get up, how you start your day, how you eat, how you work out. Remember, everything we're doing, we're stopping our character, our habits of what we don't like about ourselves. And believe me, we all have plenty of things that we don't like about ourselves. And recovery and change is about putting your attention on that and walking around with intention. So, what is your intention? So, for example, I have a couple clients that I will use as an example. I have one guy that's starting to feel good. He's working out every day, going to a meeting. He looks fantastic going to a meeting, working on his character. And when he walks in the door, everybody wants this man. Very handsome, charming, getting strong, great business, building his business. He went from, nothing to just everything starting to work out for him because he's been doing the next right thing. But he always goes back to, that quick fuck, that quick this, that quick that, to build his ego. And then he ends up back to square one. Remember, it's your old habits. It's what you go back to. It's what you're used to. And then you wonder why you're not where you are. So today, what I want you to do is really focus on what your focus is and what your intention will be, like getting a project done. How much time you need to focus on that. Put down your phone. Put down your distractions. Put down the computer. Whatever it is that keeps distracting you. What is strange is people text people all day long. I don't understand that. And how do you get work done when you have all these distractions? So I want you to really pay attention to all the distractions that happen to you throughout the day. And if it's important and you need to pick up the phone, that's one thing. But if it's not, spend a certain time of the day where you return all your calls. You don't have to, this instant, quick, fast responding to needs to stop. That's another way to take you off your game when you're in the middle of something and you really want to get it done. A phone call can mess up your whole project and take your mind off of your mojo and how you're thinking. I know for me, as I'm doing stuff and I get a thought, I did this writing my book. I write it down real quick and then get back to what it is I'm doing. So I always have a tablet. I always have a pen. I always have paper to write down reminders, things I need to do, a message to myself. and then I carry on so I don't forget because I'm forgetting everything lately. So, what is it that you're putting your attention on? And so, if you want a healthy relationship and looking for somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with, this going around in quick sex hookups. There are men whores and there are women whores, and we were talking about this. The guys are starting a new thing. Like years ago, it was the woman to seduce the man with their looks, with their body, but they really didn't have much to offer. So, what do you bring to the game? And I think that people are waking up. I think people are realizing if you bring nothing to the game, we don't care how beautiful, we don't care how handsome you are. What do you bring to the game? Your intelligence, your career, how much do you make? What do you do for a living? How do you get up? This is what people are looking at more now is character. What do you bring to the table? And your hygiene. How do you care for yourself? How do you take care of your body? I dated a guy, I remember saying, he had a lot of money, he was good looking, but there was just something so unhealthy about him. And I knew it. He ended up dying like literally a year later. And I did make the right decision. My gut just kept on telling me something's not right. He made sure I didn't meet his kids because he knew his kids would fall in love with me. That's why you people that have kids, you got to be real careful introducing your kids to the people you love because it's horrible for the kids when they fall in love with you and then you have to leave and do a breakup. It's very hard. So, what is your intention? What are you putting your attention on? And go out with intention. And remember, balance, not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you will get in return. Remember, the goal for all of us truly is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else your head gets backed up. Remember, if you have an attitude today, be attitude being in the highest possible state of happiness, good humor, and contentment with the way things are. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, we need those breakdowns to have those breakthroughs. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have worth. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world, doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Hey, you manipulators, smooth talkers, narcissisms, your words mean nothing and your actions say everything. Okay, I'm going to read a positive saying by Michael Singer. Spirituality. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. You must grow through the darkest night in order to get to the infinite light. What we call darkness is really the blockage of light. The spiritual journey is one of constant transformation. To grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and learn to embrace change. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind is like an elephant. If left to blunder around out of control, it will wreak havoc. Confront the difficult while it's still easy. Accomplish the great tasks by a series of small acts. Eventually, you realize that you cannot actually hurt yourself if you go beyond your psychological limits. If you're willing to just stand at the edge and keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when it got uncomfortable. It's okay to get uncomfortable. Go beyond where you were a minute ago by handling what's happening now. Imagine the peace that you could experience if you weren't constantly creating and defending your false self. Michael Singer. Okay. All right. I'm going to read. This is on Power by Robert Greene. I'm reading little sections of things that really stuck out to me. Today is What inevitably happens in these situations is that we are caught off guard, not expecting such behavior. Often these types will hit us with elaborate cover stories to justify their actions or blame handy scapegoats. They know how to confuse us and draw us into a drama they control. We must protest or become angry, but in the end we feel rather helpless. The damage is done. Then another type such enters our life, and the same story repeats itself. Remember how they talked about, I love this, like the story repeats itself. How many people do you know that, have four, five, six, seven marriages, or they go through relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship because they keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again? So today, what this message is about you looking at, I'm working with a guy right now. He was always Prince Charming. He was always the savior. He was always the one that does everything better to make the woman happy. Growing up, he was the one that was responsible for everything, and then he carried that on into his relationships. So he was love bombed. He's a perfect prime example of what I'm reading in the different paragraphs about power in Robert Greene, about the messaging, how they pretend to be one person and they're a completely different other person when you marry them or you make the commitment to stay together, and their true colors come out and you don't even recognize the person. And this happens, more than not. So it's important that you protect yourself, you see all the signs, so you're not caught up into this same pattern that happens. And this is where change comes in. This is where our work comes in. And I remember um, when I was dating, my one sister said, "That's the one guy. That's a cleaned up version of Joe." There was just some things, like he's the guy that ended up dying. Um, but when you are truly making a break out of something that was really, really bad, and then you end up repeating it again, it's important that you see all the signs right away so you can get out right away and you don't stay in it. So my Prince Charming did get into literally on a relationship, the same thing. He was love bombed, and she showed her true colors real fast, real quick. She couldn't contain herself. Boy, he got out so fast. Where so many people stay in it. Men do this, women do this. None of us are that special. We cannot change anybody. They either have it or they don't, because they're gonna end up being and showing their true colors. So it's important that you get out of it while it's early. Don't wait and see all the signs. And if you're in a relationship where you don't know how to communicate, communication is key to start talking about the things that bother you, the things of what destroyed your last relationship. Like I did this with Mac. Like we had this agreement where I'd say, okay, that's your ex. You're bringing that up. That's your ex did that to you. That's not me. That's your ex. He would get paranoid about something. I'd say, that's your ex. That's not me. So we had this code, and there were like different words that I was learning, and different things that we would have this code where we would help each other without embarrassing each other. Communication is key in order to change. And if you don't have the balls to communicate what you're feeling, and she doesn't have the balls, you're going nowhere fast. So I'm seeing this with people that I love, and without the communication and without, this year was a huge change for me and my husband. A lot of breakthroughs, a lot of things that I used to put up with, I no longer put up with. And growing our business, building our business, and raising children. And we've been together 26 years. There were a lot of things that we both had to overlook to get to the other side. Now it's about the two of us. And I told him, I said, this is about me now. This is about my retirement. This is about what I want. I don't care about the children, the grandchildren, the this, the that. This is about me. And then I will do what's right for the kids and the grandchildren. And I never, ever, ever got this selfish with myself. Now I am, and it feels lovely. But I have that balance. I do care. I do give. But I don't make the grandchildren my whole life. I don't make my children my whole life. I don't make my husband my whole life. I don't make my dogs my whole life. I don't make my job my whole life. I don't make anything my whole life. That's a big mistake that all of us have done. So it's okay to get selfish and say what it is that you want, what it is that you need. And in the end, it's a win win for everybody because they feel the same way. So if you're feeling insecure and down about something about them, they're feeling the same about you. So it's important that you both share what's going on and remember, work on one thing at a time. Eventually, it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. We cannot do it alone. We always lie to ourselves. Two heads are better than one. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will accept and say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day that you don't want to do to have a successful day. My 2 things are always getting up early, doing my podcast, working out, keeping my food clean, and the rest will follow. Remember, I'm doing my podcast Monday through Friday. Hit that colorful round button that says subscribe. I'm doing workshop seminars. I'm going into your cities and states. If you want to learn about them, you can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my workshops. If you want to learn about my services, lifeinharmonyonline.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my services. Please do the podcast Monday through Friday, and do it for 30 days, and you're going to say, wow, in 1 year, you will not recognize yourself. And remember, we can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from your head to your heart, and I want you to have a prime day today, and thank you for listening.